People's way of life has been like this forever. Since slavery days, will they not let people into these jobs? And they should be ashamed of themselves to only provide employment for each other. Let's just do a little quick look in here really quick since I'm just driving by. And we can see right now, oh look, there's a Mexican guy at least, okay? But we know the Mexicans are always going to get a job before everyone else. Other minorities, the Asians will go first and then they do the Spanish. And blacks are always last. I do see an African American man in there, thank God. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, and then please don't leave your comments and all your crap about how I'm saying that there's no blacks. And I didn't say there weren't any at all, but there are in some cases, as in QFC, okay, and you can verify that yourself. And you know, like in this place I'm leaving, I don't know the particulars. Like I said, I don't know who they employ. I just know they're a union, and I know that unions are behind a lot of the hiring for the jobs I'm referring to at like grocery stores. And that's what I'm starting with. You know, you have to start low at the bottom of the food chain. I myself never applied for, I don't think in my life, a grocery store job, okay? I was always, you know, working in the office and stuff in administration, so I never worked there, but I did know a girl who worked at Fred Meyer's, so I do, you know a lot about it. And I also had a girlfriend, her name was Jarena Bell, and her mom was employed at Safeway for a long time. And that's when they had unions. And I just found out by another friend of mine who did a special report for me and told me that secret information is that the grocery stores aren't giving the good pay that they used to give. And, you know, that they went down to like minimum wage or something. And I'm not sure if that's true. I don't know how I can verify that one day, but you know, if I ever have the time, I'll look into it. But what I'm finding is, and I also know this other guy who works at Safeway on 72nd, this girlfriend of mine, her name is Sue, and her son works, or used to work there. I know he used to bag the stuff. He's African American. So, I don't know if he ever made it to checker or worked his way up, or if he's still, you know, down on the low totem pole at Safeway on 72nd. I'm not sure, because I haven't talked to her in a while. I need to follow up with her. You know how you just lose touch with people and things just happen, but I'll do a follow-up on that eventually. So, didn't mean to make this so long, but it ended up being more like a 2-3 part, because it's so much information to get out that it's really detrimental to people's lives and their livelihood. If you're blocking a total race and discriminating against them and nothing's being done about it, and we have the records to verify, we have public records, people have to file, you know, and everyone knows, you know, we have to check the box for affirmative action. So I'm just trying to get to the bottom of why these companies aren't required to hire minorities, and why is it still not against the law? As we know, you can discriminate against people and be a business, and the most you'll get is maybe a slap on the hand, maybe a little lawsuit, and they never have to serve any time in jail. It's never nothing criminal to prevent people from making a living and providing food and shelter for their families. That's not even considered a felony. So I don't know who created these laws. I'm sure it was probably a white person, because they made sure that the penalties for discrimination are pretty much down to nothing. Okay, so I mean, if people aren't investigating, and the EEOC is just overwhelmed, and I even had to file a claim with the EEOC myself. A couple of them I think I had, and they didn't do a thorough investigation. They just gave me a letter to sue. And then I had a hell of a time finding an attorney, which they knew, Because anybody who works for the state or the government, you won't never see no settlements coming from the EEOC, because they're in bed with the government, so they don't really go, they're not harsh on them, and they don't really, you know, they don't penalize them, you know, for doing anything. So if you look through all of their cases, you can look through for years, and you will never hardly see any city government, you know, county, federal agencies, hardly ever, because no one is really no one's persecuting them, no one's trying them. They're getting away with it because they're so powerful. They pay off the lawyers, and all the lawyers are in secret societies, and so they all, you know, work together. So you're not going to find anyone who's going to fight for you. So it's all pretty much interlocked, and it's been this way. Nothing changes. So I'm sorry, you know, to report these sad stories and stuff, because I don't make this stuff up. I'm just the messenger, and I'm doing my assignment from God, and I hope that you don't mind that I fulfill that, okay? And don't take it personal. This is strictly business information. You need all one word.